The Prime Minister's personal popularity remains high, and so everyone's talking about it as Arun Jaitley's toughest budget and not Modi's.
Well, that's right. But Palki, you've put your finger on the big item here, which is all that the BJP will be thinking about now is how do you maintain that popularity through to the 19 election, right? That's the number one item. When we've talked about this on shows before, you know, I'm with Vivek here. The list of things yet to do and not done, you know, is far longer than all of our arms put together. But the only way you're going to do that is by getting at least 2 terms. And of course, the tricky thing about the weapons grade reform that this country needs is that you've got to get going in the first 2 or 3 years of the first election cycle. Then you've got to think about getting your next gig. And so I think here, I think Richard's point was interesting. I think you can signal stuff that you're going to do, assuming they get back in at 19. But right now, I think that their kind of hands are tied, because if they take a wrong step, then they'll jeopardise the second term. They jeopardise the second term, we can forget about all these things.
In fact, Palki, one quick question for you. You know, the whole long-term capital gains tax thing, if you really see, it's been just the last 2 years where Indians have moved towards, you know, the so-called financialization of assets. We're moving away from FDs, we're moving away from real estate, we're moving away from gold. And there is this temptation. There seem to be very strong rumors this time round.
Don't do it.
They're going to do something. I just wish they don't.
Well, I think...
You just needly spook people.
Well, no, I agree with that in the sense of I cannot for a second imagine they're going to have a smash and grab through capital gains on the stock market boom. I mean, I think you can debate all day long whether the bull run we're on is entirely rational. But for the Indian electorate and the international community, it's good news, right? It's a rocking good story, which you don't really want to interrupt. There may well be a correction in the equity markets pre the general election, but you don't want to be the man that started that.
Right.